Alrighty YouTube, welcome to another trade recap. It is the 4th of July, Tuesday 2023. My name is Nick, I am a day trader. I trade the 5-minute chart. Only price action, the only indicators I use are the smooth moving averages. Otherwise, it's all just price action. And today is 4th of July. It is a public holiday in the US, meaning the US session is closed. But that does not really matter to me because I trade the London session only. Or let me put it that way. Currently, I'm just focusing on the London session because it is in a favorable time frame when I'm going about my day. So what did we see today? In fact, I traded NAS 100 today and we had a pretty nice setup. I didn't expect such a nice setup to come in with this public holiday, but what I've seen in the past is that on public holidays, price usually does a little pop to the upside, downside. There are no trending days, there are no huge moves, but a little bit something usually happens. So for those that have never watched my videos or my recaps before, the blue session over here is the Asia session, and the purple session over here, which you can see, this is the London session. So as always, I start on the 1 hour with my pre-market analysis. And on the 1 hour, I saw something very interesting right off the bat before the market opened. Now let me quickly draw my 1 hour horizontal lines. These are my key levels on the 1 hour. I use the 1 hour time frame for that. You can see over here, I take always the wick and the body. Now we had some sort of a small demand zone down here, meaning we had aggressive buying to the upside coming out of this key level. You can see here some sort of aggressive buying. And what was very interesting to me was that around 7:55 a.m. London time, and at 8 o'clock the market opens, the market shot down to here into this demand zone and snapped back. And this is usually a play which I like to see when the market opens, okay, after the open. But this was prior to 8 a.m. Okay, sorry, this was before. Yes, this was before 8 a.m. So interesting to see this kind of situation. But this gave me also a hint that most likely the price could push a bit more to the upside. Now on the flip side also, what we see over here is aggressive selling, right? We have aggressive selling coming from over here. Now let me draw the 1 hour key levels again. Again, you see I use body and the wick. Now I also see this supply zone up here, and I'll give you just a breakdown about this in a second. Again, supply is the, let's say, location where aggressive selling is coming out of. Okay, so I kind of was looking at this pop to the upside. That's what I was, imagining that this could maybe happen. So let me quickly finish these key levels over here and this key level over here. Perfect. Cool. Now I'm going to the 5-minute, and we had a pretty nice picture. Okay. Now on the 5-minute, this was the snapback which I mentioned over here. You see how the price came down and then snapped back very quickly, creating this V shape, okay, creating a nice V shape. Now something to see also is that the market was above the smooth moving averages. And for those that are new, I used the 35 for the short moving average and the 100 for the long moving average. So it was good to see that they are above, that the price is above. Nothing major in this regard, of course, but price was above. Now, very interesting. When you look at the open, this was the open over here, 8 o'clock, candle pushed to the upside and started to pull back a little bit, okay? Now, when you look to the left, this level over here is what I determined to be the left shoulder. Over here, the head already circled, and here price was forming this right shoulder. Now it was very interesting to see that the price could not close below any of these wicks to the left. You see these wicks over here? Now price managed to break the wick, to break below, but price could not close several times. So we had several can't close plays over here, which is always a good sign in my opinion. Also, I saw a nice trap meaning over here you can see the price pushed to the upside, then we had this hammer candle, another hammer candle, and then we had this inverted hammer right here, nice inverted hammer candle, another inverted hammer, and then price dipped below. So that's where most of the retail traders probably went short, and before you know it, price turned around and pushed to the upside. So the way I played this was the following. I determined this to be the right shoulder. I took my trend line tool. I drew a trend line right here. And then we saw this nice push, this nice solid candle out of this trend line. Broke the trend line, it pushed away. And that was my entry candle right here. So I gave it a bit more room. I didn't put my stop loss right here. I gave it a little bit room, not much, but a little bit. And my target was this nice demand zone over here. This zone over here was my target, and I remember I almost closed. I didn't close it at the 2-to-1, but almost like at the 1.9-to-1. Around here I closed it when I saw the price had issues pushing further. Now, this, as I mentioned, is a 1-hour supply zone over here. Another way you could look at this is also from this perspective, that you see aggressive selling over here. You see these blue candles, this row of blue candles, aggressive selling. Now, when we look at supply and demand, we look at the candle prior to the aggressive selling or the aggressive buying. And that candle was pretty big. That white candle was that big. And this is, of course, a huge zone. So whenever I see candles that big with aggressive buying or selling coming out of it, I like to take the middle. I like to draw halfways, okay? And the way you can do that is very easy. You use the boxing tool on TradingView. You see over here you have these three circles where you can drag the zone around. You know, you can make it smaller and bigger. So I like to go to this middle circle, and I like to align this line. I like to align this trend line or this horizontal line, and this gives me a good idea about the size, about half of that candle. It gives me a good idea, and you can see it matched pretty well, and it's exactly 50% of this big candle without lots of issues. Goes very quick to draw it that way. So yeah, that was it for the day. Just one trade. I was watching a lot of pairs, in fact. I mean, as those that are a bit longer on the channel already know, I do trade Forex, I trade indices, I trade every market that seems to have potential. And I was watching quite a few markets. For example, I was watching also the UK 100 market, with a nice consolidation at a key level. Market broke out, didn't give me the pullback I wanted to, and then raced to the upside. As we can see, this one has been really going very steep. It didn't give me the setup which I wanted. I missed a demand zone down here, but was very interesting. I was also watching the USD, Japanese yen. Just was watching a couple markets, Euro, USD as well today. But on a lot of these markets, I did not have a clean setup or clean traffic. Now, what do I mean with clean traffic? Whenever I enter in a trade, for me it is very, very important that to the left, when I look to the left, which you always have to do, whenever you enter a trade, you have to look to the left, right? You always have to look to the left. Now, when I'm looking to the left on this trade, for me, an area of interest was this high, this Asia high. This was an area of interest for me when I was looking to the left, right? Because I was thinking that if price fails or if price stalls, it will be around this level, around this Asia high. But in our case now, it just managed to break through, it found some support on it, and then kept on going. And in these other examples, in these other markets, you can see that there was either a supply zone right at the potential entry, there was no nice entry, there was where did we have it? I think we had it on this one. There was a moving average, yes. Like, that's why I didn't take this trade over here. There was a moving average right in front of it with some horizontal key levels also. Just a lot of traffic which I didn't like. So that's something which I'm looking for, that whenever I enter a trade, whenever I see a setup, that the traffic to the left is clean. So you guys, you might hear a meowing in the background. This is my cat. He is going crazy again, wants to play, and this is a good moment to end this recording. Thank you very much for sticking around. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these day trading recaps. I post them every single day. I trade every day. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Take care of yourself and speak soon.